So you're a new ape. You just showed up to this movement. You have no idea what the heck's going on. You're just following Twitter posts and YouTube videos that really have no correlation with reality. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to, number one, set up your browser to utilize all the resources that will lead you to accurate information. And before we get into the recap of filings, I wanted to show you how to set up your browser, get all of the resources put together. That way, when we start the process, you will be able to find what I'm finding very easily because I'm using all the same resources you are. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to open your browser on your computer. Now, you can do this on your phone as well, but this is a lot easier to do on the computer, just first and foremost, but it's not impossible on a phone. It just will take a little bit longer. So I like to set up my bookmark bar up here to where I have everything I need within one click. I can just go up here and click, and I get right where I need to go. So I'm going to link all these below, and you can set up these accordingly. So the first one we have is the DTCC website, and this is an important one because this is where you go to find rule changes as they're posted. Now, they're going to post here first, and then they're going to go to the Fed Register. So whenever we get filings like DTC 2021-009, they show up here first. Then they go to the Fed Register, and then they come back here with a federal release, what you see here on the right. Now you're going to see DTC, FICC, NSCC, and I believe the OCC is a standalone entity, so you will not see those filings in here. But as far as the three subsidiaries of the DTCC being the DTC, Depository Trust Company, FICC, Fixed Income Clearing Corporation, and the NSCC, National Securities Clearing Corporation, those will be the filings that pop up on this site. Next is the NSCC. Now, while they also show up on the DTC, they also have a standalone website as well, where they post only their rules here. And you can use this to search by year. So if you wanted to see all the ones for 2021, click that. And then there you go. These are all the ones we're going to be going over for the NSCC. So we have 6 filings to discuss, 5 of which are passed, 1 of which is still remaining to be approved, which is the most important one. Go figure. So next we have the OCC website, Options Clearing Corporation. Now this is a standalone. You're only going to be able to find their filings here and on the Fed Register. It will show up here first, and then it will go to the Fed Register. So again, if you wanted to look at this year's filings only, click this. You can see here that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 filings from the OCC to go over. Last but not least, as far as the major subsidiaries of the DTCC, we have the FICC, Fixed Income Clearing Corporation. And same thing, we have only 3 filings to talk about in this one. So again, so far we've gone through all of the subsidiaries of the DTCC. Next, we're going to use the Edgar full text search. So whenever there's nothing to talk about as far as rules or filings, this is what you can use to look up company information for AMC, go off the deep end and look up ETF information. You can search any keyword. Now this is going to search every filing in the database for the SEC. So for example, if I type in Adam Aaron, hit enter, we can find every filing that was involved with Adam Aaron in the last 5 years. You can also customize your date search to narrow it down or broaden it depending on what you're looking for. You can also browse by filing types. Now there are a lot of filing types. We will go over this as well at some point. But for today's video, we're just getting set up with all the resources. So this is one of my favorite to use because again, you can find things that no one else can just by searching simple keywords, and it's going to search every document in the system and it'll let you know what's out there with that phrase. Next we have my second favorite and just as important, the Fed Register website. Now this is where you go to find rules as they're published. So we know that if we go here, we hit the home button, come up here to money, and these 2 sections right here are going to be relevant to what we're looking for. So Dodd-Frank is it's the Street Reform Act intended to promote the financial stability of the United States, pretty much regulatory for Wall Street. So this is where you'll go to find recent filings or recent published filings from the register. So we can see here this is scheduled to be published on the 14th. And since it's already here, we know that it's going to be, in fact, ready to go on Monday. Now, if you click the Securities Exchange Commission button here, documents waiting to be published are going to show up right here in red. Any significant documents will show up here. And then any recently published documents will show up here. So this is the section I want to go to find out anything as far as recent publishes. And again, this one is very, very, very important too. Critical website to get information. And last but not least, we have our reverse repo website, the newyorkfed.org. This is where you go, of course, to look at the daily repo transactions. Keep tabs on that. We have been breaking records lately. So again, this is just some of the resources I use. I'm going to link all these below. You can set up your bookmark bar how you see fit. And then we'll dive into these filings one at a time. And you guys are going to be pretty impressed with the changes that y'all have, that we all have been creating. So take it easy, everyone.